Have you ever noticed that life never asks if it's a good time? It never does. It doesn't ask if you have the money. It doesn't ask if you're already stressed. It doesn't ask if you're tired. It just shows up. Can I tell you what happened to me this week? This week almost broke me. Not because of one big thing, but because life kept stacking one thing on top of the other. And I have a feeling that somebody watching this knows exactly what I'm talking about. So grab a snack and come on back, because have I got a story to tell you. It all started with my car. I honestly thought my tire was just losing air because of the crazy heat, right? We've all been experiencing this heat wave that we're all having across the country. I'd already stopped twice to put air in it. Twice. I never thought anything more about it. Then somebody looked at my tire and they said, "Ma'am, you've got a nail in your tire." And I remember thinking, okay, one more thing. Not angry, not even frustrated, just tired. So I asked if they could just plug the tire. And that's when they told me they couldn't. Not because the tire couldn't be fixed, but because I didn't have the locking lug nut key. That pesky little thing. Now I'm standing there thinking, wait, what? What? So I started making phone calls. One place tells me it could cost hundreds of dollars just to remove the locking lug nut. Another place tells me I have to go back to the dealership. And the dealership says, well, we can probably get you the right key, but first you have to get the car here. Well, the dealership is almost an hour away from me, right? And all I could think was, how am I supposed to get my car there with the nail in the tire? Then they said, well, you probably need to have it towed. And all I heard was, another expense. Another expense. You know, when you're living alone, there isn't another person standing in the driveway saying, don't worry, I'll take care of it. You're the one making the calls, right? You're the one figuring everything out. You're the one trying to stay calm while your mind is racing. And somewhere in the middle of all those phone calls, I realized this wasn't really about a tire anymore. Not really. It was about what happens when life keeps piling one thing on top of another, right? When everything keeps piling up and piling up. You solve one problem, then another one shows up. You finally catch your breath and life says, here's one more thing. Life just laughs at you, right? And then, because apparently life wasn't finished with me, I walked over to my car and there was a wasp nest. A wasp nest in the door of my car. A whole wasp nest. I mean, how could things get any worse, right? A wasp nest in the car with me. Oh my goodness. I just stood there and laughed. All I could do was laugh, because honestly, what else am I supposed to do? What else am I supposed to do? Have you ever had one of those moments where things get so unbelievable you laugh before you even start crying, right? You have to laugh to keep from crying sometimes. That was me. You see me smiling here on YouTube, You know, you hear me encouraging people, but what you don't always see are the phone calls, the bills, the unexpected expenses, trying to figure out how to make everything work while living on a fixed income. You don't always see those quiet moments, right? Where I sit by myself and say, okay, Lord, how are we going to figure this one out? And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Some of you are carrying things much heavier than a flat tire, and I know that. Some of you are dealing with things you haven't told a living soul. You haven't told anybody. Some of you are just trying to make it till tomorrow. I see you. I see you, friend. And that's why I turned the camera on today. That's why I turned the camera on today. Not because I have all the answers, because I damn sure don't. Not because everything is worked out, because it damn sure hasn't. I turned this camera on because I wanted somebody to know that if life has been piling things on you lately, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not. You're not alone at all. I still don't know exactly how this week is going to end. I have no idea. The tire still needs to be fixed. The dealership is still an hour away. There are still phone calls to be made, and there are still things to figure out. But this morning, I got up, I washed my face, I thank God for another day, and I turned this camera on. And I decided to keep going, because sometimes the victory isn't that every problem disappears. Sometimes the victory is simply refusing to quit. It's just refusing to quit. Not today. If you're having one of those weeks, I hope you'll keep going too. One step, one phone call, one prayer, one deep breath. Whatever today asks of you, just keep going. Because I see you, I'm proud of you, and I thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. Love you plenty.